This is question number 8 from the 4.3 homework. We're supposed to solve this using elimination. Remember, what we want to have happen is we want to have opposite signs with the same number so that when we add these things together, our variables cancel out. And I start looking through something to see if maybe something is easy. I see that this is a negative and a positive, but I tend to think of these as, ignore the decimal point for a few seconds. Can I find something easy that multiply 3 by to get to 1.4? And no, it's not so easy. But look right here, 3.4 and 1.7. If you think of this as 34 and 17, if I take 17 and multiply it by 2, I get 34. So chances are, if I take 1.7 and multiply it by 2, I'll get 3.4. And you can see that I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the second equation by a 2. Well, that will give me the 3.4, but it will have the same sign, and we want opposite signs. So instead of multiplying by 2, I'm going to multiply that entire equation by a negative 2. Okay? So my first equation is the same. 3.4x plus 1.4y is equal to 14.8. And by the way, if you don't see this and you're just not sure, take 3.4, divide it by 1.7, and see if you get something nice. And if you do, that tells you what you need to do. If I did 1.4 and I divided that by 0.3, I don't get something nice. So that's why I didn't choose that one. Okay? So I rewrote the first one, and I'm double checking to make sure I've done it all correctly, and I have. Then it gives me negative 3.4x, I'm multiplying here, plus 0.6y is equal to negative 11.4 times a negative 2 will be negative 22.8. Now add these together. Our x's cancel out as we wanted them to. I have 1.4 plus 0.6, which gives me 2y equal to 14.8 minus 22.8 gives me negative 8. Okay, now divide both sides by 2. And you can see that your y value is negative 4. Now I just need to take this negative 4 and plug it into one of these two to find the x that goes along with it. I don't know, let's just stay with the second one. I don't know that there's any real advantage to that. Okay, that will be 1.7x minus 0.3 times y, and our y value is negative 4. And that needs to equal 11.4. So we have 1.7x plus 0.3 times 4 is 1.2. And this needs to equal 11.4. I need to subtract 1.2 from both sides to get the x by itself. That gives me 1.7x is equal to it's equal to 10.2. Now try dividing both sides by 1.7 to see what you get. And you find that your x value is 6. So the answer to this problem will be the point x, y, 6, negative 4.